everyone, it's Monica with Scrap Saturdays. We're going to get right into it. Yep. I'm still crafting. It's still the same evening from the one before. So I don't know which way this one's going. Either it's going forwards or it's going backwards. But it's a good thing, right? Because there's a video. There's a video to watch. See, I still have my tea. Now you know what day it is. So yes, go make yourself a tea, press pause, grab your stuff. I'm kind of deviating from summer photos. I just felt like when I was flipping through my pictures that this was the photo that I needed to scrapbook tonight. And yeah, I don't know if some of you are serious chronological. Oh yeah, before I forget, spout, not sprout. When you get to that video, you'll know. If you're chronological or if you're not, I don't know. I guess we're all different in our own way. And I don't know if this is going to really vibrate the table. And I apologize. It won't be long, I promise. But I kind of jump around, which is a positive and a negative. I'm so sorry I cannot watch my screen to see how much jumping there is. But I felt compelled to use my punch today. I did. And this is a Martha Stewart punch that I got a long time ago. And I love that it gives me, you know, like a cutout feeling. Like as if, let me try something. Let me try using my ruler because I like that. It's all Tracy's fault. I like that it gives me that, like as if I'm doing a cutout type. You know what I mean? I just don't know. I wanted to use this paper because I like the tones, but this side is making me think twice about that. But not if I just put white there. I just put white. Ooh. That glue wanted to be used. So what was I saying before I said sprout? I don't know. Probably doesn't even matter. So yeah, I was just going through my photos. And that's the one that I stumbled across. And that's the one that I wanted to scrapbook. And part of it is because it kind of looks like puppy paws. And my daughter, which this is a picture of her, she loves dogs. I know. You're going to say that your daughter loves dogs too. And I'm going to say game on. Because my daughter is obsessed with dogs. Like, for example, she's 13 years old, right? You'd think she would ask for a million other things whenever I say guess what, or I say anything to the tone of guess what. She says, you got me another dog? And every single time I'm like, are you for real? You really want another dog? No more dogs. She's good with her dogs. She's a sweetie. But, yep. They still need a lot of work. They still need, you know, a mom to help out with. And a mom to do those mom things that we do. Right? You know what I'm talking about. And so, as much as I love that she is so in love with her doggies, yeah, no more dogs. And it's hard. You always feel guilty when you're traveling, and I think that's something that we want to do more of. And we really want to you know, you don't want to feel so guilty about leaving your pets with people, or I don't even know. I know they're nice, they're cuddly, and maybe when I'm really, really old, I'll get 1,000 of them. But this child, let me tell you, she is all about her dogs. We have 2 dogs. We have a big dog and a small dog. We have a shedding dog and a non-shedding dog. I don't know if I should use that color. And I want to use the remember. I'm going to take away the hashtag. And I'm going to try to cut around it more because I don't know where I put my wax paper. And it's somewhere on the other side of the room, and it's going to slow my momentum down. And so, yeah. And while I was turning on my recording device, I spared you the trouble of watching me use these LE Studio stickers in light gray, beautiful tone, and it just perfect. It's exactly what I wanted it to say. Well, I mean, I spelt it out. And I'm not liking this pink thing here. I'm not. I want to keep it light. Right? Light and airy. Do I want this paper? I'll use this. Of course I want to use this. It's fabulous. Is it that that's bothering me? Let's see. This needs to come here, here. This can be under here. All about the process, people. This is what you want to see. You want to see how we come up with our layouts? That's what happens. You got to go through all of this. Okay, so this bad boy is going to go back over here before I ruin it. That looks awesome. And this paper is not doing what it's supposed to do, but this paper is. That paper is totally making me happy. Is that better? That is way better. And so now, do I put this bad boy over here like that? Then you can't see the goodness of this paper. Yes, that's what I want. Can go in a little bit. Yeah, you know it. You know what's coming up right now. You know what I'm gonna do. Because if it works, you gotta do it. Just gotta get the frame again. That's very nice. I like it. And so a little bit of what my scrapbooking has now become for me is a very, very true testament to not having my own mom around anymore, is that I owe it to myself to really come in here and do these layouts so that my kids can look at them and know, you know, how I feel about them. And I'm saying it not to become very sentimental or for you guys to feel, you know, sadness or to break the mood of what we're doing here together. But I do say it because it's truthful. and we have to learn from the things that happen in our lives. We have to grow and be honest with ourselves and say, what can we learn from this? What can we learn that can change, for someone else so that they don't feel the way that we feel, or I was going to try to do the smooshing thing, but this bottle does not spray well. And I don't know what my gold paint is. Gold paint. That's okay. So yes, my memory keeping obviously now has, jumped forward 100 times over because, I know what my mom felt for me and I understand it. But I think, and we've talked about this before, I hope that, my kids will look back upon, these scrapbooking things that I do and be like, wow, that's so nice to read or to see the layouts that my mom created for us and to see the titles and the words that I use to describe how I feel about my children. They may not care about it right now because they're teenagers, but I think we all care about it at some point. It's important for us to know, to feel loved. If we can. I know, like my own father, he lost his mom at a very young age, so I think even in his own sadness, he doesn't have that either. He doesn't have the ability to, know what she thought of him as a grown man. She never got to meet any of his grandkids or his kids, her grandkids. So I think, is that too far apart? Right? I would have like a wish list of 1,000 billion scripty letter font things. Because I love it. So awesome. Isn't it awesome? Just awesome. Washi tape. Let's see. I don't know if I'm gonna like the washi tape. It's gonna take away what I'm doing. It's got to be a little bit shorter. So yeah, there's a few things that I encourage you to do. Because if it wasn't this photo I was going to scrapbook, I was going to scrapbook. Oh, I just ruined that little piece of paper. I was going to do this one of her and me on a random night on the couch. And either way, I was just going to scrapbook that. So like I said, that's what I was feeling. I was just feeling in the mood to craft about how much I love her. And that's just how I do it. I never go, in order, as I've said. And I always go by how I feel. what a photo says to me in that moment, so that I can truly use scrapbooking as a therapeutic outlet for me. Because that's what I need it to be. I need it to be therapy for myself. And sort of grieve through what I'm doing for myself and my children, or at least what I believe I'm doing for myself and my children. So I really like that it just has one pop of coral there. Yeah, I like that there. I don't know how many more die cuts I have that are going to allow me to play with this. So I sort of lost that whole brown, or there we go. Took it in more. There. I lost that little blue hint of something something. So yeah, my title is Remember How Much I Love You. I do not have a T-square ruler. So, let's see. How am I going to do this? I'm going to put this here. Then I'm going to put this here. No, here. Yeah. No, it's too tall. Oh my goodness. Letters have just gone flying. It is, well, I think I really, I really lost the L. Lost the L. It's okay. There's worse things. Worse things. All right. I need to get my tweezers back. Was that the I? The I can go down. I can touch myself. Another L. Don't worry. It's okay. Don't panic. Raw and live. Let's see. I'm sure I'll find the L later on, and I'll put him back. Or maybe it's one of those moments where you can see the L and I can't see the L, and you're trying to tell me where you see the L. You know those videos? So funny. It's funny when it happens to other scrappers. It's not funny when it happens to you. I don't even think this ruler is helping me put these straight. But that's okay, because in real life scrapbooking, it's supposed to be a hodgepodge. Don't even know why I said humble. A hodgepodge. Oh, I was going to say mumbo. Jumbo. Jumbo? Mumbo jumbo. Right, it's supposed to be a really big scrapbooking thing. It's not supposed to be perfect, right? I don't like that M. But I like that it blends in. There we go. And I have this flare badge. Yeah, I'm gonna tuck it in underneath there. And again, this is an old Scraptastic flare badge, I believe. I used to order like flare badges as my extra stuff all the time. because I never did what I see most people do, which is just, you know, order all kinds of stuff and nope. And I have I like that. Because I was just thinking of her. Thinking of my mom. Thinking of so many things. There's just so many things to think of and nope, too big and bulky. I'm gonna ruin it. Not the right color. What's stopping me there? Does that look good too? I think it does. I think it does. It's funny, I think this is a Felicity Jane piece of paper. I think I need to raise this. It's falling down a little bit in that corner. Oh, there's my L. See? It came back and I didn't have to panic so much looking for it. I knew it was going to come back. They always do. Or you take them to bed with you. Right? Stuck to your pajamas. I know you guys do that too. It doesn't just happen to me. I'm trying to think of whether or not I like that something sweet. Oh, it's so cute. I do call her B. Oh, I know you guys don't get it, but that has to go there. It has to. Yeah, I don't know why I call her B. I think it's because her name is Gabriella. And for some odd, strange, I'm sure you all have your little frou-frou, unexplained nicknames for your kitties too. You can't be alone in this, but I will share with you, since you're twisting my arm and you're asking me. I'll just tell you. I always shortened her name. I don't like Gabby, although her friends call her Gabby, and I'm okay with just her friends calling her Gabby at school when I can't hear them. Because I just don't like that short form of her name. But I don't want to disrespect her with her friends as well. I mean, she's old enough to choose what she feels is appropriate for her friends to call her. And so she knows. And most of her friends are actually pretty good about it. They know that I don't really like the Gabby, so in front of me, I rarely hear them say that, to be quite honest. I was trying not to duplicate too much staples, so I decided to use the hot glue instead. And it's not doing what I want it to do. I think once I lay it down, it will. So, yes, I will explain the story now. So basically, should it come off the same one though? I would say Biella instead. And I don't know why I would say that. but I would say Biella to her. And then I just shortened it to B for whatever reason. I just started calling her B, and that's pretty much that. Let's see, how does that look? I want to lift it. Yeah, it might not look as amazing to you on the video, but to me in person it's awesome. Again, it's because the card has so much meaning, or the letter B, and I think the colors are the right tones, and beggars can't be choosers, as I say, you know that. So unfortunately I lose out on that really fun color that I liked on the canvas tag. But that's what happens in scrapbooking. Sometimes you have to compromise on something to get a different look that you like better. Yes? Yes, as I burn my fingers. And there are now cobwebs all over my string. Okay. Yeah, so I call her B. That is my endearing little term for her, because when she was little, she was my little bee, and I would call her Biella, and yeah, makes no sense. There's no good explanation. I'm really sorry. It's just random all the way around, because that's what you sign up for. When you click on my video, you sign up for random, raw scrapbooking. I still didn't glue down that Wild at Heart. Yep, and that's going there, because that's so much fun. And I like it. I like it, and it looks good. I'm taking the Wild at Heart out because it's not making me 100% happy. It's kind of the, it's not the moose antlers. We're just going to go back to that. Does it make you feel like the moose antlers make you feel? And if the answer is no, then you have to take it out. Because only things that make you feel like the moose antlers did. And you want to know something even funnier? Because I had 2 packages of, but it's not this one. It was actually that moose head, right? Because I could totally do that. It's just going to go off the page. So don't laugh. Because we could put antlers here if we have to. It was that. It was the whole head. Remember? No, I have not completely lost my mind. And no, there's no alcohol in this tea. Can all save all those crazy things you're thinking. Because I know you're thinking it. But no. No such thing. Okay. Yes. What tea am I drinking? I am drinking a yogi tea. I know, I heard you ask. And it says, use your head to live with heart. Tell me that's not a powerful line. Use your head to live with heart. And I want to shorten those like that. I don't know, this title is so crooked. I use a ruler and it's so crooked. I don't know. Let's see. Do I like that? I take it out and I do like it better. That's so nice. By the way, I mean, she's only 13 and I'm already doing what all the other people are doing. I had to steal her photo. These are her selfies that she takes. And this says, you are beautiful. And I teach her, I tell her, I say, Gabriella, please know that vanity and beauty are very important. I don't lie to her. I don't want her to ever, not feel what I think normal human beings need to feel, because vanity is very important. I always tell her that. Even people who go through, something as traumatic in their life as breast cancer, and, there's a group that comes around and teaches you how to do your makeup, when you're going through chemotherapy and stuff like that. And it's proven that, things like that can boost our self-esteem. And I'm not going to go on a huge tangent, but I think you all understand that vanity is a part of life. It's a part of who we are. Aging is a different thing. What we struggle with our own selves. I'm not saying perfection or anything like that, but I do teach her that, she has to care for herself. I mean, that's what I did for her up until, I still care for her. She's still little. She's not a full grown adult. She doesn't do, everything on her own, but I do teach her that taking care of herself is really, really, really important. And that I want her to always feel self-pride. Oh yeah, I didn't glue this one down. Moose. Yeah. Moose head. And yeah, I always want her to feel pride. And know that, I think I stuck that in the wrong place. It's still hot. Do not do this at home. I always do this. I'm in a serious moment. I'm trying to talk to you guys. And then the wackiness of scrapbooking always interrupts. Raw and real. Raw and real. So yes, like I was saying, I teach her that vanity is important and self-love and self-care is very important. And so we are in this newfound phase of selfies and Instagram and all kinds of, I don't want to say craziness, but it's craziness. It's craziness because I didn't grow up with it, so I don't understand it. So I worry for her. In a wonderful way, I worry for her. And I tell her, you don't need to be validated. You don't need, nobody needs to tell you what you already know. And that your beauty is not what carries you. It doesn't define you. Yes, it's a healthy part of life, and I want you to do what you need to do to take care of yourself. But no, it does not define you. That is a very important thing for her to understand. And so, yeah, I tell her all kinds of stuff, not just that she's beautiful, because that's not the whole sustaining of who you are. And this was not August. This is like May. And so at the same time, I grew up in a household where my dad did not tell me that I was beautiful, and, self-esteem wasn't something that was preached or taught. And so I can say that there's negatives too, to not validating or hearing positive reinforcement too, right? There's two sides to everything. There's too much, and then there's never. And I don't think too much is good, and I don't think never is good as well. And that's my honest truth. So I think it's important to hear from your parents that, you're beautiful. And the second part of this layout, which now I'm done with all my little stamping and stuff like that, is that she needs to remember how much I love her. and that at every stage she is so precious to me that, you know, I don't know how long these videos will stay on YouTube, and I get a little emotional now too, because, you know, I want her to remember that her mama bear loves her so much. So if you're watching, B, I love you, boo. You're awesome, and you are very beautiful, and this selfie captures those beautiful blue eyes that I don't know how I created you, but there's a lot of goodness. And then she's got this wicked scar on her eyebrow that she just totally embraces. And yeah, her brother threw something at her head. You know, kids. It's part of life. Anyhow, lots of love, both to Gabriella, yay, and to all of you. And so yeah, there's another horizontal layout. Hello, all this yapping, and isn't it awesome? I love it. I love these tags. These are Amy Tangerine die cut that I die cut out of some leftover paper because I can never let wood grain go to waste. And the You Are So Beautiful, I figured I'd use it at some point. I love that I used my punch because I feel like it's a little bit of a die cut, sort of because I see everyone with their die cuts coming out. And my Cricut, I don't have any design studios or anything like that. But yeah, you can still use your stuff and still make it look like it is, right? And I kind of like that I left it neutral. The puppy paws are hilarious because I told you, yep, she loves dogs. I would put the kitty cat, right? Tuck the kitty cat in here. I don't know. See? Overthinking it. Kitty cat. Kitty cat. No. Another one. There's more. We can do kitty cat another time. You're like, turn it off, Monica. Walk away. I'm going now. Hugs. Yay. Thanks, guys. Be ready. One more video coming up.